Greetings to everyone. Today I want to talk to you about how the world is a mirror, and everything we encounter outside is a reflection of ourselves. Sounds cliché? Maybe. But when you really start to understand this, life becomes completely different. How quickly people write off positive thinking as rose-colored glasses and naivety. Oh sure, just think positive and everything will work out. Like it's some kind of child's game of pretend everything's fine. Meanwhile, most of us live in the opposite extreme. We're so used to anxiety that it's become our baseline state. We're waiting for the other shoe to drop, preparing for the worst, analyzing every look and every word, and we call this realism. But what if I told you that positive thinking isn't about everything will be fine? It's about how we perceive reality, and that truly changes everything. Let's set the record straight right away. Positive thinking isn't about denying problems. It's not about smiling when you're hurting or ignoring red flags in relationships. It's about the quality of attention, about what we look at first. Imagine you walk into a room where there's a beautiful bouquet of flowers and some trash lying nearby. Where does your gaze fall? On the flowers or on the trash? Most of us are trained to look for trash. We scan the space for threats, unpleasantness, things that might go wrong. And you know what? We find it. Because what we focus on grows. But here's what's interesting. The flowers don't disappear. They're still standing in the same room. We just don't see them. Positive thinking is about seeing the flowers first, and then dealing with the trash if necessary. But from a state where you remember there's beauty in this room. Now about what actually works. Each of us radiates a certain energy, and this energy attracts people, situations, opportunities to us. Have you ever noticed that some people you just want to approach? They might not be the most beautiful, not the most successful, but it feels good to be around them. And there are people you want to get away from, even though they might be pleasant on the surface. That's energy, the internal state we broadcast to the world. When you live in a state of love, not towards someone specific, but just in general, the world responds to you with love. When you're in a state of lightness, you don't cling to every little thing, don't dramatize. Life becomes easier. This isn't magic. This is how perception works. Here's where it gets really interesting. The world truly is a mirror, but not in the way people usually understand it. The world doesn't reflect our thoughts. The world reflects our state, our inner relationship to life, to ourselves, to other people. If you have a belief inside you that people can't be trusted, you'll attract exactly those kinds of people. If you think life is a struggle, you'll struggle. If you believe good things only happen to others, guess what's going to happen to you? But this works in reverse too. And here's where the real power lies. I remember a few years back, I fundamentally changed my inner state. I stopped looking for ulterior motives in every word, stopped expecting the worst from every situation. And you know what? Life around me really did change. Not because I started wearing rose-colored glasses, but because I started seeing what had always been there, but what I hadn't noticed. Support instead of criticism, opportunities instead of obstacles, people who wanted to help, not harm. The world didn't change. I changed, and that changed everything else. Now about how this works in real life, because understanding theory is one thing, and applying it every day is something else entirely. First, learn to notice your inner state, not thoughts, state. What do you feel when you wake up? What happens in your body when you meet someone new? What energy lives in you right now? It's like music. Most people don't notice what tune is playing in their head, but it's playing constantly. And that tune determines what happens in their life. Second, take responsibility for your energy, not for other people's reactions, not for circumstances, not for what's happening around you, for your energy. If you're angry, that's your anger. If you're afraid, that's your fear. If you're joyful, that's your joy, and only you can change it. Third, start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Just notice moments when you can choose a brighter state, when you can react not from fear but from curiosity, not from hurt but from understanding. And here's what's amazing. When you start changing your state, the world around you starts changing too. Not immediately, not magically, but gradually and very noticeably. You know what the main difference is between positive thinking and naivety? Naivety is about denying reality. Positive thinking is about choosing how to perceive that reality. Life really is complicated. There's pain, loss, injustice in it. But there's also beauty, love, miracles. And what we choose to see first determines the quality of our life. The world is a mirror. And if you want to change what you see in the reflection, you need to change what's standing in front of the mirror. You need to change yourself. Not your circumstances, not other people, not the external world. Yourself, your state, your energy, your way of looking at life. And then the world will respond in kind. Because it always responds in kind. We just don't always notice it. Thank you for being with me. Take care of yourselves, and remember, you're so much stronger than you think.